What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Guys of Texas Off the Rails recapping game 3 of the World Series. Rangers win it 3-1 tonight. Um, Lost a couple people along the way, it looks like. But man, this team is just resilient on the road. You go down game 2, they end up running away with it. It was not a fun night. The bats never got going. Montgomery looked okay, and he started to find his rhythm, and then Bochy, I think, kept him in a little bit too long, and then went off the rails towards the end. But the Rangers bounced back again, man. It's been over and over and over with this team on the road. They just can't stop on the road, and Low was a big key factor to that scoring. That drive or the at bat that he had, fouling off pitches, finally muscles one to get a double. Um, he just he seems to be starting to find his rhythm a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's what we need right now. And at this point in the game, with Garcia possibly being out for the rest of the series, it's next man up at this point. If Garcia's out, Garver, Nate, and Josh are all going to have to figure it out. Simeon looks like he's starting to find it a little bit. He had one hit, scored a run, RBI. Seager, again, I mean, that man, he just loves October. He loves the World Series, and he's showing it again. And loves the first pitch. There's not a first pitch that scares him whatsoever. Got him in trouble on the first inning, but right after that, there goes, see ya. And it was just no doubt off the bat. Um, Matt Scherzer came in, was pitching well. Like I liked the way he was throwing, and then gets drilled by that comebacker. But apparently, it's not his elbow; it's lower back tightness. That means that he's probably out. But to be honest, that one's not as big as Garcia. Scherzer, honestly, like game 7, if we get to that point right now, we'll look at that. But right now, I'm looking at Evo and Monty and sealing this deal. Um, that's going to be our big key. So we can cover that. It's going to be Garcia. I don't know where. Do you put in Grossman? Jankowski can play right field, but we need somebody that we can trust in right field as Ranger fans right now. Defensively, especially, it's not as much as the bat as it is defensively. That's going to be the key. Adolis throwing out that runner in the first inning was monumental for the momentum for the Rangers. It looked like here come the Diamondbacks again. They're gonna start running and gunning on us, and he put that to bed very quickly, and that was a big momentum for us in this game. Bullpen came in. John Gray looked great. Manny looked good. Adolis comes in. Always scares us. Always. There will never be a time we could be up 10 runs and we're going to be nervous with Adolis for whatever reason. He's just got that MO. Like he's going to give up a big hit at some point. But he got out of the jam again. And yeah, I mean, Spores, I don't know what happened to him. He leaned over and started acting like he was hurt. Hopefully that's nothing, but no one's really talking about that. And he comes right back after getting checked out and strikes out, throws a couple gorgeous pitches in a row at the end of that. So game 3, 3-1. Rangers go up 2-1 in the series. I am heading on a flight tomorrow to go to 4 and 5 with my dad, and my buddy Sam is coming along with us for the ride, and I can't wait. I miss traveling for a World Series game. Did it in 2011 last. It's still a fun time, and I'm ready to get this monkey off our back. Looking ahead to tomorrow, looks like Haney's probably going to be the starter, which is going to be more than likely what we're going to do there. And then Dunning will be next up. I mean, the thing is with our bullpen, yeah, we've had struggles with our bullpen, but Stratton has looked good overall. Like I think he can be in there for us. We still got a lot of guys that we can kind of trust in there, and that's what's weird for the Rangers. All season is we can't trust our roster. We can't trust that bullpen at all. But this roster has really decided to step up in the bullpen, and I don't have anything wrong with it right now. Yeah, there's some times that they get into trouble. But even Adolis, when he got in trouble earlier, he threw a great pitch. He broke his bat. It just was a lucky hit at that point. I mean, there's nothing you can do to really solve that. Martin Perez is the one that really scares me. But you've got Will Smith in there. He's kind of iffy. But I think if you can get Haney to get through 2 innings and then Dunning to get through 2 innings, it gets us to the fourth. And you've got Stratton, you've got Bradford, who both have been pretty good for us. One's a lefty, one's a righty, so you can throw them in there based off of who's coming up to the plate, and there's going to be a lot more kind of mind games like today when Arizona puts up a pinch hitter and Bochy said nope and brought in another pitcher right after that. There's going to be a little bit of mind games there, but so we get 2 from Haney, 2 from Gray. That gets us to the fourth. If we can get Stratton and Bradford to get us 1 each, get to the 5th and the 6th. 7th, you bring out Spores again. You bring out Chapman, and you bring out Leclerc again. Now, that's going to really rely on Evo in Game 5. So the less, the better. If we can get more out of Haney and Dunning, if we get 3 innings out of both of them, we're looking pretty good. If Haney gets in trouble like he did last time, all bets are off at that point. Who knows? You may see John Gray again tomorrow. Throw another couple innings, but that's the thing is what we're going to have to look at is score. We're going to have to look ahead to Game 5 also. I mean, this is all, we're going to have a day of rest after Game 5 if needed. But right now, if we end up winning tomorrow, and we've got a sizable lead because of our offense picking it up, Bochy will start looking ahead to tomorrow and just start resting guys. You will see Martin Perez. If we're up 6 runs, you're going to see Martin Perez come in. You're going to see Bradford. You're going to see Stratton. And then we're going to rest everybody else because Game 5, you've got Evo. Evo gets a 7. And then you can save Spores, Chapman, and Leclerc for that game. It's exciting, but this Arizona Diamondbacks team is fast. They are the epitome of small ball, and they remind me of the Rangers. The Rangers did a lot of this back in 2010, 2011. They did a lot of small ball. Ron Washington loved that stuff. And I think that's the one thing that Boch has gotten away from a little bit. It's fine because all the talent that we have there, but I would like to start seeing a little bit more situational at this point, and don't be surprised to see it. It's never been Bochy's MO this season, but he also knows what it takes to win World Series, and he'll do just about anything possible to shake things up. I think if we're saying that Garcia is out, I think Grossman will go to left. I think Evan Carter may go to right. I think that might be what we end up doing, but you never know. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of the MRI. I think at this point, Adolis is done for the season. I don't think he's going to be able to come back from that. But we'll see. This Rangers team is resilient, and we'll see what they're made of. I'm super excited. I mean, it's what is it, 12:30 at night, and I cannot sleep. We go to Dallas tomorrow afternoon. We fly out late tomorrow afternoon. We get in to the airport at 4:40, and we have 20 minutes. When I booked the flights, I went, oh yeah. We get in at 4:40. We'll have 2.5 hours to kind of just chill out, go to the stadium, and hang out. And then my dad called me the next morning. He was like, "Hey, what time's the game?" I said 7. He goes, "Yeah, 7. What time?" I went, "Oh!" So we now have 20 minutes to get from the airport to the stadium, which I looked at traffic at the exact time we would land today, and it was still 9 minutes to get there. It's 4 miles away. Um, so we've got plenty of time to get there. Well, I'm thinking as long as everything holds, the Dallas flight got in 5 minutes early yesterday. So if we get that flight in 5 to 10 minutes early, even, we're definitely making first pitch. But we're going to videotape it. It's going to make a cool little video. We'll do the sights and sounds of Arizona Diamondbacks Stadium if we can. And then I think plan is on Wednesday, we're going to play some golf in the morning and then buckle up and get ready for game 5, which hopefully will be a possible clinching game 5. And we can just try and bring this home. But big game tomorrow, bullpen versus bullpen. Um, who would have thought we'd be relying on our bullpen to win us a World Series at this point? But here we are. So with that, we're still on pace for my prediction. Who knows what happens? Again, this team is fast, but we're past their real solid aces in the hole that they have for pitching. They've got a good bullpen on the back end. We start hitting them early in those first few innings, though, it's going to be difficult for them to come back as long as we keep holding them. But I think tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a slugfest. You'll see more of a. I think you'll probably see a total of 12 to 13 runs tomorrow total. Which direction that goes, I don't know yet. This one literally is going to be a coin flip. So Rangers on the road, never count them out. They have always been very good on the road. So we'll see. We'll get on a flight tomorrow. Check us on Twitter. I'll be live updating over there throughout. And then try and do a small little live podcast somewhere at the stadium on Wednesday before the game. And then off to game 5 also. So with that being said, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Go Rangers. Let's go get that bullpen win, huh?